Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's about time I got back to my bench. I haven't done anything for over a fortnight, so my son's been here, so he's had the room for a while. And it's been like a dumping ground for all the Christmas stuff, so this is the first day I've actually got back into my room to start doing some modelling. So, the things I did before Christmas and just didn't get time to video anything is what's coming next. I just wished all my I'd like to thank all my subscribers who've stuck with me, and I hope you all have a great new year and basically just have a good new year. Right, so the first thing I did actually get finished this time is the T55 with snowplow, which was a trumpeter kit. And I've actually got it finished now, so let's just put the light up there a little bit. Is that better? There we go. So I've actually got the actual finish now. So the snow, obviously I've got the figures actually. These are Finnish snow troops, or finished rifle troop. But they were from the 1940s, so my good friend Steve Mottram sent me some sort of AK-47, sort of bring them sort of up to sort of in the sort of 60s or 50s or whenever it was, and this tank was about. So as you can see, the figures came out really well. Let me just see if I can tilt it slightly for you to show you the actual figures. Let's get the light a bit better on here. Let's just see if you can see better on there. So the figures came out really well. Really come out really well. So I've just finished the weapons off this afternoon, put some straps on them and put them onto the figures. One's got it on his backpack, and the other one's on his shoulder. And the one that's in the corner, let me just find him. You can see him there at the back. He's smoking a pipe, so I put his machine gun on top of the reindeer with all the stowage. So it came out really well, quite pleased with it. So there's a little bit of a pros and pond there. First idea I tried to do, it came out well, but I have a better idea for the next one when I do a new source scene for something or other along the line. But it came out quite well for the first attempt. And you can see I used baby wipes for the actual turned snow. I just twisted them and PVA glue so they went hard, and then sprinkle in the snow, which was from Woodland Scenics, which is the Soft Flake Snow SN140. So I'll show you the container. There we go. That's what I used, and as you can see, I've hardly used anything. Most of it underneath there is it's just a normal Poundland filler. You know, get the base, white base, and then I just built it up gradually, and obviously I left the, around the back where the tank, it's ploughed, it's a bit thinner, and just built it up slowly but surely. So it came out quite well, really quite pleased with it. And the trees, obviously you've seen me my trees, and there's the cat wanting to come in now. Every time I video, the cat wants to come in. Come on then. Are you coming in? There we go. Right, are you coming up here, are you? Come on then. Distractions. So as you can see, I'm quite pleased with that. It came out really well. It's a nice kit, the Trumpeter T55 with the snow plough. Really happy with it. Oh, all right. Just a minute. Come on then. And the cat wants to join in again, as normal. As soon as I start the video, he wants to come in. Right. Now, have you seen that, Bella? Look. You see that? It's snow. Right, so on to the next one, which I did. I just started before Christmas and didn't quite get it finished. I just finished it off today. So I'll just move this and put this over here for now. Right, Bella, I think you better get down on my knee. Come on. Thank you. Come on, down you come. People don't want to see your bum. Come on, you daft cat. Yeah, so the next one I started, oh, Bella, sit there, is I did the, come on, Cromwell, Tamiya Cromwell, which is a lovely little kit, I have to say. Really nice little kit, went together superbly, it really, really did. Now come on Bella, you can't sit there because I'm trying to video. I'll sit on my knee, there we go. Yeah, so it came out really, really well. I've just had a few little bits and pieces. I added some jerry cans, made the brackets, put them onto there. Bit of stowage on the back, just an oil drum and some of the cases, ammo cases, and this is that course bandage. So it's sprayed and weathered, and I do build sailing chips from now and again. So this is where I got the rope from. It's one of the from the rigging, which is about the right size, I feel. So, and there's a bit of stowage on the back, a little bit of, a bag on the back there, which is quite nice. Just added that to it, and I don't think anything else about it. Oh yes, on the front. There's a bit of chain again on the front. Let me just bring it up. Bella, down. Come on, you're ruining things. Come on, get down. Come on. Come on, down here. Can't start in the shorter day. No, you can't. So as you can see, it's quite nice. Came out really well. I'm really, really pleased with it. I think about the weather. It's been maybe slightly over weather, but I like it. I think it's quite nice. Let me just see if I can bring it without the cat meowing. Bella, be quiet. Let me just zoom in. As you can see, it's. I think. Right, you're gonna have to go out if you. I'm not gonna sit on my knee. Now sit down. Sit down. There we go. As you can see, I've just got it weathered, I think quite nice. A bit of rust in it, rust pigments, bit of grime and a bit of rust wash. And I used a new thing I've actually never used before, and it's this one here, which is it's an old MIG product. I don't know if it's still available or not. So it's Allied Green Fading. Where are we at? Come on Bella, out you come. Oh, there we go. There we go. Allied Green Fading PO36, and I just sort of, after I painted it, I did the white, so I did the shadow coat and then the highlight coat, and then it was olive drab. The main. That's it. Now then, olive drab was the main colour. So I let that set up obviously, and then I did it with the pigments and just made it look a bit more faded in places than the shadow coat did and the highlight coat. And then I just what did I do? I thought there's a few bits of rust washes and rust pigments, a bit of dust, things like that from the roads. Tracks, there again, didn't overly over weather them. Again, they're just about right, I feel. And at the rear, as you can see, there is a bit of soot around the rear of it. Here we go. Let me just see a bit little. Oh, there we go. There he is. So not too much weathering at the back, just like a soot off because this is the exhaust. Obviously, the exhaust under through here, under the back of there. Start lighting that up, and there's a few bit of engine spills on there, as you can see, fuel stains. And then obviously the little figure. Again, that came out really well, the figure, I feel. Again, we seem to be getting a bit better with my figures. Let me just bring him up, see if you can. Let me zoom in. Let me just bring the light up to him. There we are. He's getting better. I'm getting better. It's got a bit of stubble this time. As you can see, it came out quite well. I've just got to finish the headlight off. As you can see, it's got the silver at the back. I'm just going to use my I can never remember the name of it. It's the Micro Crystal Clear, which I use for the lenses and things like that. So once the silver paint is actually dry, I shall be using that just for the lens for the headlights, for the side light, which you can see on there. The base is already done for it. So when I put the colour over the top, it should be fine. transfers, stickers, decals, whatever you want to call them, really went on quite well. This one was a bit of a bugger, so you had to really give it a lot of what did I use? My microsol and microset. I had to really give them a good going so it would sit over the, I think it's a vent. So I finally got it to sit down, then I had to get my little knife and go around it where the vent covers are, and just sort of split it so it sits even better. So that came out quite well. There's a few little details on there. On the front, you see there's a bit of decals on there, but I've weathered them so you can't really quite see them, but it's just saying about do not empty, this vehicle contains whatever it was, oil, some kind of oil or engine fluids, and there again on the top there, so it'll say caution something, so I can't remember what it was, and I can't read that small right. And let's see what else you can maybe bring it in a bit further, if anybody can read it. This tank is filled with, I can't quite read that. I've got a hair on there as well, where does that come from? There we are. So as you can see, I think it's really quite well. The tracks, lovely little tracks, it's just an old vinyl tracks, weathered, and the usual pencil and the graphite pencil just to highlight the tracks themselves. And same again on the tops of the tracks. Take my fat fingers out of the way, and you can see just the highlight of the tracks again. And then I left the mud guard off this side, so you can see, you can see the track. Just that one mud guard I left off. I thought, well, seems a shame you can't really see it, so I thought, well, just leave it off. As you can see, it's a really nice little kit. Went together superbly, as to me kits usually do, no problems. That was just finished today, just last bits this morning when I got back into my little cave, as they call them. So that's that one finished now, so that'll be going in my little cupboard. Right, are you going out now, guys? Have you? You've had enough. Come on then, out you go. Come on, come on. Out you go then. Now you've been on my telly. Go on. Right, I just want to show you a few things that I actually got purchased for Christmas. I'm still waiting for the main one to arrive. It's my daughters and both my daughters and my son have bought it between them, so it should arrive this week. I contacted the place where I got it from. He said it's been posted, so I've got a tracking thing and it's actually on its way. So that's one of the main presents which I'll reveal is for the railway build. So as soon as it comes, I'll do my official entry video for that. So let me just zoom out again, and I'll bring it out. I said not in. I shall bring some of the kits that I actually got for Christmas. I actually purchased this one. It's a second-hand kit. I got it for £20. The old German King Tiger Porsche turret. Look, I think this is what I'm going to build next. I haven't done a King Tiger, so I thought I'll try and do some Zimmerit as well on that one. So that's one of the kits I bought. I got that myself with some of the money that I got for Christmas. Obviously I have a few other Kings I got, and the same is for my daughter. Got me this one. Look at that glare off there. Don't ask me to pronounce it. It's German, 12.8 centimeters. No, wouldn't even attempt it. L61 Störer Emil. Looks a fairly decent little kit. I've just had a quick glance in the box. Not too many parts, but quite highly detailed. So that's another build that we're doing eventually. And this one came from my good friend John Ware. He kindly gave me this for Christmas, which is a nice looking Messerschmitt by Hasegawa. So that'll be made in the near future. There's actually a bit of resin in there. John gave me some resin, the resin cockpit, some obviously PE and other bits and pieces in there, so it should build it into a quite impressive kit. I've never built an aeroplane for a long time, so that'll be an interesting build when I get round to doing it. So thank you, John, for that. And this one was a big surprise. A Russian T90 MS MBT. It's been sort of upgraded. It's a Tiger kit. Is it Tiger? Yeah, Tiger models. As you can see, it's a lovely looking tank. So I'll do a couple of kit reviews during the week of these things. But it's very impressive. Box is very, very heavy. So it's full of plastic, as you can see, and other bits and pieces, as you can see off the side of the box, PE, and obviously some aluminium turn. I think they're the smoke grenades. I think that's what they are, if I'm not mistaken. So I'll find out when I do a kit review on that. So that was a nice surprise. Knew nothing about that one. So that's a really nice kit. I say I have the Leopard Revolution as well from the Tiger model, so it's two kits that's going to take quite a while to do, but it will be built eventually. So I'll do kit reviews on these things during the week when I get round to it. And I got this one, which is the trumpeter kit, which is a KV-122 heavy tank. And I noticed that John did when he did his Christmas bum, he had one as well, so somewhere along the line me and John are going to do a buddy build with this one. That looks a nice kit again. So there again, I will do an inbox review on them. There's actually a metal barrel in this. I don't know what this light come over here a bit. Thank you very much. It says you've got a metal. There we go. Metal barrel, bit of PE. So it's a nice kit as well. I think John was right. I think they didn't actually make them. I think there was just one sort of one chassis made. But looks a nice kit. So whatever. I've just had a quick glance in them and they look quite nice. So, and the last one, which is the Academy Panther Ausf D Operation Citadel. This looks a lovely little kit again from Academy. Let's see, I'll do another kit review and see, give you the options of, a few of these Panthers. I really like the Panther. I think it's a lovely looking tank. I don't know what's in. I've just, this one's just been left on the side. I've never actually opened it, so I don't know what it contains. I think there's a bit of PE in it. I'm not too sure 100%, but when we get around to doing the inbox review, we shall find out. So it's a nice little kit. So I've done really, really well. I say the main one is to come hopefully this week, and I say once that arrives, it's for the rail build for Simon Kemp's railway build. So it's going to be a big build, that one. So that will take a lot. It's going to take a year to get me to get through it, I think. But I'll do it in bits and pieces, and then build other things in the meantime, and just keep going back to it. So I'll probably build this. One of these ones are the first ones I'll probably build after I finish the King Tiger, which I'm going to do next. So that's why I've never done Zimmer Rip before, so that'll be interesting. So that's what I got for Christmas in there. Quite very, very happy with all of them. I didn't expect all that. I just expected the large one that was coming this week. Hopefully it should be. See, it was posted on Saturday, so I've got the tracking number, so I can just keep an eye on that when it comes. So I think that's about it at the moment. I don't think there's anything else. I've got some little bits and pieces. I've got a few more paints and a few pigments, things like that. I think that's about it really. Oh, and this as well, I got this before Christmas as well. I picked up off eBay. It's like a little Dremel, but it's got, if I can drag it over, I can, maybe I might be able to drag it over. Yes, I can, just to there. There we go. I got this off eBay. Let me just drag this round, camera around. There we go. And I say it's just connected up, it powers on. and you have a polarity. You can either plus, you can either clockwise or anti-clockwise, and then you have a speed. Let's have a look. You can control the speed, which is pretty good. So you can reverse it and put it clockwise, and same again. Nice little bit of kit. Got a few attachments with it, which are in here. Did I put them in here, or did I put them in the next one? In the next one. Let's say give you some of these little attachments with them as well. But I've got little drills will fit in there as well, which is really good. So these will come in really handy. I think I paid about £12 for it off eBay. So it's quite a good little buy. Actually, I got that just before Christmas. First one came, and the unit was damaged inside, so I didn't even have to send it back. The company just sent me a new one out within days. So you know, and I've got a spare gun now, and like I say, I've got no more and an extra set of you know, the bits to go with it. So that'll come in quite useful for one thing and another. I don't think there's anything else. Oh yeah, my good friend Bees sent me one of his mugs for Christmas, which is used for the morning tea. A little story behind this one as well. He sent me one, and it came in bits and pieces. I thought it was a jigsaw, and I thought it was, you know. So he resent me it again, and it all came in one piece this time. Thanks, Bees. It's a nice cup for me, cup of tea in the morning. Thank you very much, and I think that's it. I don't think there's anything else at the moment. Oh yes, so of course there is. My good friend Joe from Joe Model Kits, he used to make his own, he said he was making around with chemicals and compounds and things like that, part of his one. But he sent me some of his homemade rust, which I haven't used, but I will be using it. And he says it's quite potent, so he sent me some of those, some of that, and lots of little bits and pieces to go with it. It's metallizer for buffing fine powder for creating metal metallic effects. So you know, he sent me this as well with all the little cotton buds in there, little pieces to put it on, which will be useful, brilliant for the steel wheel tanks, just on the edges. That'll really work nicely. So I haven't used that yet, but it certainly will be getting used. And he sent me all little pads and little bits and pieces to go with it, which I put in there out of the way, just a little. Maybe I might be able to get them out. Let me just see. He sent me these as well. A little quite nice earbud things, but got like a sponge thing on one end and a diamond tip on the other side. You know, narrow tip on it, which will work quite well. And what else was there? It came with some pads again on here, which are in the cupboard over there, and of course, I knew nothing about this when he sent me to me. He just said, I'm going to send you something, and a lovely little surprise for the upcoming build which we are going to do. Here's the little Meng egg tank, German Tiger. So that'll be what I'll be building, and I'm tempted to get one for the missus, see if she'll ever go building one, see what she thinks. So that'll be for February, I think it starts, something like that. So yeah, I haven't even opened the box yet, so it's still sealed. As you can see, it's never been opened yet. So thanks very much, Joe, for that. That's really, really kind of you. Much appreciated. I think that's about it this time. I think that's it really. I don't think there's anything else. Let me think. I don't think there's anything else now. It's all done. Yeah, so I'll just say during the week I shall be doing some kit reviews of these that I got for Christmas. So thank you very much for taking the time out of your day to watch, and I hope you all have had a lovely Christmas and a great New Year. So thank you very much. This is Greg signing off, and we'll speak soon. See you later.